Perlas TV. We are here with an amazing dancers. I mean, I say amazing dancers. They are absolutely show me what a human being can do. And we have no limit in our lives to do what we actually would like to do. Thanks to see you. You actually really inspire a lot of people. We are here with Checho, Luca, Tommy, Redo, and Cuyo.
Yeah. And so, we are ill abilities.
So, tell me how this band, this group started.
How did this group start? Checho.
Stars and
Es por la comunidad.
In English.
Yeah, you started this.
Okay, so in 2007, I had the idea of creating a super crew, and so I've met every single one of these dancers individually in a different moment of my career.
What's a super crew? Yeah, what's a super crew?
A super crew is an all-star cast of dancers, where you end up taking the best dancers of different teams, and then you fuse into an all-star team or a
So you were the best in your group?
The best worst guy. And so I met all of these guys individually through my career, and then called them up and said, I have this idea, let's create a super group, and let's start competing, and let's start doing shows. And that way we can also show our audiences what we're capable of and what our message is.
So when did you realize you were a dancer?
When Cujo learned to see the beat.
Cujo what?
What?
Exactly.
I think all of us had different moments in our life about dance. But I think that the one thing that we all have in common is that dance helped us overcome and accept our differences and gave us the confidence to be who we are today. But I think every single one of us has a completely different story to how we started dance and why we're dancing.
Like how you start dancing, Checho?
For a dream. Cuando era pequeño tenía como 5 años y tuve un sueño. En ese sueño, bueno, en ese tiempo yo tenía muchos problemas sociales en Chile, había mucha dificultad para que un niño con discapacidad pudiera ir al colegio, pudiera cumplir pudiera realizar las cosas como un niño normal. Tuve un sueño una noche en la que me veía toda la noche caminando con las manos. Me veía en todo el sueño solo caminando con las manos. No sabía por qué. Al otro día solo intenté hacer lo que había visto en mi sueño. Y probé, sin saber por qué. Todos mis amigos jugaban, me invitaban a jugar, pero yo lo único que quería era caminar con mis manos como en el sueño. Un tiempo después, yo ya dominaba caminar con las manos bien. Y un grupo de bailarines de breakdance antiguos, de vieja escuela de mi ciudad, me vieron en eso. Y me persiguieron y me acorralaron. Yo me sentí intimidado porque era solo un niño. Y ellos eran como 17, 20 personas que me rodeaban. Y ellos me dijeron que si sabía lo que yo estaba haciendo. Y yo le dije que no, que solo caminaba con las manos. Y luego me dijeron que con eso podía bailar breakdance, que podía hacer muchos movimientos que para ellos eran muy complicados, pero que si yo los tomaba con atención podría hacerlo. Y ahí inicié.
Wow, what a nice story. And he has like a really steel arms, like I touch it, like, oh my God, I can't even squeeze it. It's like so strong.
He's Clark Kent from Chile.
So how you start dancing?
How do I start dancing?
Yes.
I started dancing in high school. I think most of us started dancing in high school. It was just a moment that I saw a couple of dancers, and it just got me so hyped and inspired that I was like, oh, I need to do this too. So I took some classes after that, and I was just hooked from the first time I started dancing. And I think what got me most was just like the freedom of the dance, and that you can just be yourself. And I didn't find that in any other things I was doing before dance. And yeah, that just got me into it, and I just stuck with it since then.
Have you ever experienced like somebody will like just encourage you, like
Discourage from dancing?
From dancing because you have you received a kind of rejection.
Like a what?
Like a rejection that they believe, oh, you cannot dance because.
Yeah. After I've been dancing for maybe 15 years already, and I
made a name for myself. I've made an impact in the B-boy scene, and I maybe inspired some people to dance because I was so different. It's a long story as to why I dance so different, but it has a lot to do with my hearing. It's hard for me to dance to the beat, to the same, to the music, the way everyone else dances, because it's hard for me to hear it. So I rely on visual cues. I watch people clapping their hands, right, bobbing their head, things like that. And I have a number of other techniques to be able to hear music. I memorize, I feel vibrations on the floor, and a couple of other things. But not being able to hear music gives me a lot of freedom. And it's a different kind of freedom. It's not just the freedom of self-expression. You got this over there. But it's the freedom to not feel self-expression. It's the freedom to not be sort of stuck in a cage, so to speak, because music can almost be a cage. It's got such a strong structure, and we're encouraged to dance within that structure, very specifically, very precisely in that structure. And so because I can't hear the structure so well, it's hard for me to dance in it, inside of it. And so I dance outside of it quite a bit. And so a lot of the moves that I've come up with over the years have nothing to do with the music. But if I had been dancing to the music, I may never have come up with those moves. Those moves, though, are so different and so original and so unique and many times dangerous that no one else has ever done them. Maybe no one else will ever, because they're kind of stupid. But they're how I made my name, and I got well known for making my name in this way. Now, I got discouraged because it was too different. And so people were telling me that I was not really a b-boy, which is what we call ourselves. We don't really call ourselves break dancers, we call ourselves b-boys. And so I was told that I was not a true b-boy by many, many people. But then there was somebody who I idolized when I was young, when I was first starting. I was 15 when I started, and everyone I saw on video became my idol, especially the people that were really good and have been doing it a long time already. And this person said on a very popular discussion forum that many of us would pay a lot of attention to, many well-known b-boys around the world would pay a lot of attention to. So he said, Cujo could not dance to the beat if his life depended on it. And it's one of the worst things you can say to a b-boy, that one b-boy could say to another b-boy. And he said it in a place where many other b-boys would see it, and they could agree or disagree. Many people agreed. And it was really interesting for me, because on the one hand, it was hurtful. It was meant to be hurtful, obviously. He was trying to hurt me. But on the other hand, it's true. And so I couldn't be all that mad about it, For one, I didn't want to stoop to that level and engage in the sort of combat, verbal combat, or keyboard combat. And that's what it was, right? That's what it was. We have a lot of that in our world as I've gotten older.
Wow. Well, I think for many people, you are a b-boy, a super boy, and a someone that teaches a lot of things.
Super boy! Don't go by the way.
And Tommy, it was very moving, your story when you were dancing about the cancer thing. That lots of people, there's something like a signal that lots of people are afraid of it.
Yeah.
But you show like so much courage and like a determination to actually be a dancer.
Yeah, like I started dancing in high school and before my cancer, and I just really enjoyed it. I really loved it. I enjoyed like dancing with my friends and learning how to like do the moves, like watching videos, and like because I grew up in my high school days I grew up in a smaller town similar to Redu, and we just learned from watching videos, and that experience was just really amazing. And when I found out about cancer, definitely like I was 18 years old, and there was definitely like a moment of fear, a moment of like and also knowing that when I was younger, my mother had passed away with cancer when I was 3. So at 18 years old, I was like really scared. I had just moved out also on my own, living with my brother. So just I kind of felt alone, but kind of like, but I still wanted to dance all the time. So I would like, I had to go to the hospital every week, every other week, and get my treatment for chemotherapy. And it was very scary for like an 18-year-old at that time, for myself. And I'm sure for many others, you know, there's kids that go through chemotherapy. Like, I was 18 years old, but I was lucky because the doctors put me into the children's section of the hospital instead of the adults. So like a lot of the nurses and stuff were really nice. And I got to somewhat enjoy my time in there. And yeah, just going through that was very eerie and like strange, but I never really stopped thinking about dancing, so I just kept on dancing. Even when I got out of the hospital, I would practice. And even when I made the decision to amputate my leg, I kind of never really thought to myself that I would stop dancing. Like, it never occurred to me like, oh, I can't dance anymore. But there were thoughts of like, am I going to be different? Like, how are people going to look at me all the time? Am I going to be able to fit in? Like, one of the cool things about dancing too is like, you get all this attention from your friends, because you kind of become this like cool kid in school, because not many people do it. And then like going to the hospital and having to choose to amputate my leg, that's like a big factor. Like, especially for a teenager, there's so much like, for young people, you going through like a stage where you kind of finding out about yourself and like who you are. You don't really know, but like, and then this happens. It's like, oh no, it's gonna happen to me, like, you know. But I just kind of pushed through it and didn't really think about it too much. Afterwards, I kept dancing. Yeah, and I keep pushing.
A week after he lost his leg, that's where we met at an event. He went to a dance event and like.
I'm practicing. I think that's the main thing is like, for myself is, and for anybody, like just put your mind to it and kind of don't think about the things that you can't do. And I kind of focused on, obviously I lost my leg, I'm not going to be able to do certain moves anymore, but I kept on focusing and developing the moves that I could do, and like, and that's how my style is now.
Well, you guys dance beautiful, and I appreciate your energy and your strength, and thank you very much for that. And the first time I saw you was when they present Panamania, and I have in my mind I had to come see this show, and it's absolutely amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching us, and we're looking forward to seeing more of you.
Just share the video!
Do it!
Share the video.
Just do it!
Muchas gracias.
Gracias a todos.
Nuestro mensaje es sin excusas, sin límites. Nos vemos. Abilities Group.
No excuses, no limits.
Superboy!
Bye bye.